Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and very good morning from Lahore, Pakistan. Now I'm going to start the 7th lecture on autopsy. I will continue the topic of protocol of autopsy, and we are discussing the pre-autopsy formalities. And in this lecture, I will be discussing the documentation, that is the documents which are required prior to autopsy. And these documents are, on the one aspect, they are the necessary documents. And the necessary documents contain, that is the authority letter in the name of the doctor to conduct the autopsy and to know the cause of death and convey it to the legal authorities. Then dead body CHALAN. Depending upon various situation, various type of chalans is prepared by the police. Then copy of the first information report, that is the FIR, because it contains all the circumstances of the case. Then inquest report. Inquest report is also filled by the police, and it contains all the biodata of the individual, the circumstances, the history, and the crime scene investigation. So it contains all the information. Then injury statement by the investigating officer. Police by himself examine and in his own layman's terminology write down the injuries on the body. Then about the conditional documents, that the person is injured and is hospitalized. Then the copy of the medico-legal certificate, that is the first injury which was examined by the medico-legal officer. Then if he is admitted, the hospital charts, hospital notes, and if operated, the hospital operation notes are required. And after the death certificate, because it will be conveying you the medical cause of death, the time of death. So these are both the conditional and the necessary documents which are required prior to autopsy. And before conducting the autopsy, you should completely and read all the documents, go through all the documents so that they will help you in concluding your autopsy. Thank you very much. So now we continue with the lecture number 7. Hello everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Starting with the next lecture number 7 on the autopsy, and we are continuing discussion on the autopsy protocol. And in this lecture, I will be discussing the documents which are required prior to autopsy. The most important document, which is very important, without which you are or the doctor is not going to conduct autopsy, is the authority letter. Authority letter, that is in our country, it is issued by the police. And in Lahore, in this city, the SP, that is Superintendent of Police of that police circle, issues the authority in the name of department where the autopsy is going to be conducted. So, as we know, the authority is the state, and police acting as state gives us the authority for the conduction of autopsy in our country. Then the documents which are required, necessary, they are the necessary documents and the conditional documents. The documentation prior to autopsy which are necessary, the most important is authority letter, dead body CHALAN, copy of the first information report or FIR, then inquest report which is filled by the police, and injury statement by the police officer. This is the authority letter. This is a photograph of the authority letter issued by the Superintendent of Police in the name of the department. And this is the copy of the FIR, first information report. And this is the injury statement by the investigating officer in his own words. And this is the letter from the investigating officer to the SP concerned for the issuing of the document, docket that is authority letter. Then the conditional documents, that means the person when injured is hospitalized, and the following documents will be then required conditionally. MLC, that is the medical legal certificate, because it will be containing the injury details as a first examination by the medical legal officer. Then hospital charts and the treatment notes. Operation notes, if it is operated, they will have mentioned what procedure they have done, what material they have used, resection, or any procedure they have done, the details will be in that operation notes. Then finally, if the person had died naturally, it has received you for autopsy. The death certificate, it will be conveying you the medical cause of death and the time and date of death. This is the injury statement by the police officer. And this is the copy of the MLC, medical legal certificate. And this is the back of that page, the pictorial diagram on which the injuries are labeled. Then these are the ward notes or the hospital notes, operation notes, and this is the hospital chart containing the information. This is the person was received dead in accident and emergency. Then inquest report or panchnama. It is a report in which the available history of the case and the circumstances under which the body was found or recovered are recorded. This recorded opinion of the witness and the police officers regarding the injuries, manner of their causation, the cause of death, and the indication of suspected foul play, if any. The whole purpose of preparing an inquest report under section 174, subsection 1, Criminal Procedure Code is to investigate into and draw up a report of the apparent cause of death, describing such wounds as may be found on the body of the deceased, and stating in what manner they have occurred, or by what weapon or instrument, if any, such wounds appear to have been inflicted. That the inquest report was not the statement of any person wherein all the names of the person accused were to be mentioned. Now, there are three types of inquest forms. Form Alif in natural deaths, Form B in unnatural deaths, and Form G in poisoning cases. So these are the inquest reports which are issued by the police in various circumstances in our country, in Pakistan. This is the inquest report. Complete history, biodata, circumstances, injuries, witnesses, and all the details of the crime scene, where the body was lying, in which was the posture, they have been noted. Then the place of performing autopsy. A well-developed and well-designed autopsy suite is the basic requirement for the conduction of autopsy. It is designed as an operation theater. But in operation theater, the main objective is to prevent infections not to be introduced to the patient. Whereas in autopsy lab, the main objective is that the infection should not be transmitted to the staff and the autopsy surgeon. So a well-designed autopsy suite is necessary for conduction of autopsy.
Thank you very much. So this is all about it, lecture number 7. We'll continue the protocol of autopsy in the next lecture. Take care. Allah Hafiz.